How to manage to start a conversation with anyone. In a world brimming with opportunities, connections, and relationships, the ability to strike up a conversation with anyone is an invaluable skill. Whether you're at a networking event, a social gathering, or even waiting in line at the grocery store, the art of conversation can open doors, forge new relationships, and enrich your life in countless ways. However, for many people, initiating a conversation with a stranger can be daunting. Fear of rejection, awkwardness, or simply not knowing what to say can hold them back. But don't worry if you're feeling a bit nervous. I've got you covered with some foolproof tips and strategies that will have you confidently sparking dialogue with anyone in no time. But before we jump right in, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to us for more content on personal development and communication strategies. Let's delve in. Number 1. Don't overthink it. We spend so much time in our own heads. We obsess over how we look, how we're standing, how we're moving, whether our laugh is too loud or too quiet, and whether anyone noticed we forgot to pluck our crazy eyebrows. Relax. The good news is most people are thinking about themselves and not you. The even better news is if someone's going to judge you on your eyebrows, you don't want to spend time with them anyway. Win-win. Number 2. Make eye contact. Having a conversation isn't just a verbal process. It's also a bodily experience. When you're getting ready to talk to someone, whether it's at a birthday party or a family reunion or on a first date, start by facing the person and gently looking them in the eye. A quick moment will do. No need to overdo it. Super intense eye contact can come on too strong. Keeping it light and friendly with a smile can go a long way to break the ice. Number 3. Pay attention to body language and tone. Body movement and behavior is a language. Pay attention to your tone of voice, facial expressions, hand motions, and body placement as you gear up to start a conversation. And look out for your default social anxiety responses or insecurity tics. Are you keeping a good personal space bubble? Does your smile feel genuine or forced? Are you mumbling or talking too loudly? Remember to be yourself. You're worth talking to. Also, notice the other person's body language. Are they in a hurry? Are they inching toward the door? If they're turned away, it's a subtle subconscious cue that it's time to move on. Number 4. Introduce yourself. Okay, once you've noticed someone to talk to, how do you make the first move? Sometimes the best opener is to introduce yourself. It's a natural way to go first, and it gives the other person a non-threatening way to respond. Example: Hi, I'm John. Nice to meet you. Pro tip: if all your fears come true and a silence of doom follows, you can follow up with an encouraging nudge, such as, "And you are?" And if they don't take the bait, move on instead of dwelling in disappointment. Number 5. Don't be afraid of silence. Silence can feel super awkward, but it's not automatically a massive rejection. We've been programmed to fill every social space with movement, noise, and repeated attempts to engage. But silence isn't bad. In fact, if we'd all just slow down a bit, we'd realize gaps in conversations can help people connect. Give the conversation breathing room. If silence naturally enters the conversation, simply notice it, breathe through it, and choose to not feel lonely in the absence of conversation. Number 6. Find common ground. After you get the ball rolling, start asking questions that will help you find something in common with this person, whether it's work or hobbies or your alma mater. Once you strike gold, you can explore the topic to deepen your conversation. You might even make a new friend. Number 7. Make the other person the star of the show. This is the big one, so pay close attention here. Engaging someone in conversation is a great way to love people. It's a way to be hospitable. It's a way to honor other people while boosting our own mood. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, a German pastor and author, wrote, "The first service one owes to others in the community involves listening to them." I think he's onto something. Few things help someone else feel appreciated, known and loved, like true listening. In your conversations with others, picture yourself holding up a spotlight and shining it on the other person, showing you care about the details of their lives. Be interested, not interesting. Number 8. Ask open-ended questions. Yes or no questions are dead-end conversation starters. Push yourself to ask open-ended questions, inviting the other person to take you to places you might not expect. Pro tip: questions and icebreakers that begin with what or how usually generate open-ended answers. Number 9. Ask follow-up questions. So many conversations are like a game of ping pong. You're hitting a ball of questions and stories back and forth without any real engagement. Instead of waiting for your turn to speak, ask follow-up questions that will help you get to know the other person better. Especially when you notice someone is excited about a certain topic. This is simple emotional intelligence. Number 10. Try these go-to check-ins. Okay, this advice is for people you actually know, not complete strangers. Unless you're an otherworldly conversation wizard who can make friends on the spot. Just because we see friends, family, and co-workers often doesn't mean we're connected to them. We might feel lonely in a crowded room. But you can turn all that on its head by starting a good conversation. Example, try the rose, thorn, bud check-in with your spouse, a group of friends, or maybe even an acquaintance you'd like to get to know better. Rose, what good things are going on in your life right now? Thorn, what difficulties are you facing? Bud, what's one thing you're looking forward to? Number 11. Don't take yourself too seriously. We can easily psych ourselves out and make having a conversation a way bigger deal than it needs to be. The goal of a conversation isn't to get a 5-star review. You're just trying to connect with another human being. And 99.9% of the time, people will appreciate the effort you're making to get to know them, even if it's unexpected or even slightly awkward. Go all out. Put down your phones, muster up a smile, and have fun. Examples of conversation starters. I can guarantee you most of the time, when you start a conversation with someone, they'll be relieved you initiated talking first. It takes the pressure off them. Here are a few examples of conversation starters and icebreakers you can use in different scenarios. When you're connecting over common ground, how do you know so-and-so, the host of your gathering? How long have you worked here, lived here, gone to church here? What's that book you're reading? My family and I love to hike too. Are there any trails you recommend? And there you have it, folks. I hope you found these tips helpful in boosting your confidence and making those initial interactions a breeze. Remember, practice makes perfect, so don't be afraid to put yourself out there and keep honing your conversation skills. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep the conversations flowing and stay awesome.